Dennis Stallings, and this is my brother right here, man. He came through East St. Louis, Lincoln. I'm gonna piss him off. And then, like you said, he graduated. He graduated from Lincoln, and then he went to the University of Illinois. And I've been trying to. All right, but I'm gonna let him tell his story, man.
All right, before I get off, I just want you to know that I'm glad you went to college and you did your thing in NFL, but you could have went to the University of Miami. I'm just saying.
Nah.
You could have went to the U. And also, Self, if you guys can show this brother my channel and let him know what I do. So hopefully, because I'm linked up with Willie D from the Ghetto Boys. He's a big YouTuber.
Yes,
so
sir.
we're trying to work on something big, man. I'm trying to get as many kings involved as I can.
Hey, big ups to Willie D, and big ups to you. And we loaded a video, so we're gonna play one of your videos, and I'm gonna get his mom a link to your channel, so all of that'll be in alignment, bro.
It's all love.
Thank you so much.
I love you. I love everybody here, and there ain't nothing y'all can do about it. So whatever.
We love the energy. We love the information. Thank you.
And Nick, if you gotta go, you gotta go. But you're welcome to stay there. We're just gonna cut your camera off and mute you, and we're gonna let this NFL player do his thing. But it's on you, bro.
All right.
All right, bro. One love.
One love.
Okay, so we got Dennis Stallings right here, and this is my brother. He happens to be a Noop, and that's a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. So when you mentioned that your goal in life was to be a football player, I said, well, let's get a football player, and he took the time to come in here. So Self Love, we're not ex-NFL players, and nobody wants to hear us, so let's go off cam and y'all do y'all thing. I love you, Dennis.
Oh, for sure, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Noop.
No doubt, man. I actually just got off a Zoom call with some of the ex players I played with. I'm sure you probably know them. Probably heard of them. Kevin Dyson, Eddie George. Some of those guys. So we was just having a discussion, man. So what's up with you, bro?
Normal, making music, protesting and writing more speeches.
Okay.
I think he's a little starstruck. He's yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen two of these before?
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. So one of them is we actually lost when I played with the Titans, and this one is the Ravens one. So
his dad is a big Ravens fan. Yes, that is.
So but I mean,
tell him about this All-Star game.
Yeah, so he won.
My husband's got to say hi. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's up,
how you doing?
You won one of your very few Super Bowls that your team
Okay.
Hey, tell your husband.
Ravens Super Bowl ring. And
it's Dennis Stallings, man. Dennis Stallings.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Awesome. Yes. So Nick, tell Dennis about what you're fixing to do.
Okay, so on the 26th, I'm gonna go to El Paso, Texas, to play a 11 Youth All-Star game.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. But I heard you was well versed in music, and what else? What else you said you enjoy?
Video games, writing poems and speeches.
Yeah. So, what I would tell you is a lot of times, as a kid, your focus is the NFL, but it seems like you're very talented, man. So you got to always have a backup, and I will tell you this, football should be your backup. Football should be the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like you're well versed in, musically, seem like you're very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? You write poems.
Thank you.
I mean, come on, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Why don't you think about writing your own short story? Huh? Yeah.
Start your own league. But Brother Stallings, I just want to, because I asked Brother Stallings what he would have changed. Well, not changed, because nobody would change anything, but what he would say to his 9-year-old self. He probably don't remember, but I do. And it was something to the tune of academics. And this is a cat, who made it. Only 1 in 10,000 high school graduates who play football. 1 in 10,000, little man, will will be drafted into the NFL, will be drafted. He was one of them. And he said, though, looking back on it, he would have taken his academics more seriously. And so you want to talk about that a little bit, Noop?
You know what? I mean, and I'm glad you brought that up too, Mills, is that I wish I would have focused more on the medical aspect, of biology and stuff like that when I was at the University of Illinois, man. I mean, because right now, the current job that I have is, I'm a GI specialist, and I just enjoy, I guess, surgery, what I'm saying? So if that's something you're passionate about, man, make that be the focal point. Make that be the thing that you want to go to the pros in, what I'm saying? As opposed to actually, football. Football it'll happen. It'll happen. You're already an all-star, what I'm saying? Build on that.
Tell them what I told you had to do to get a PS5.
I have to learn it's
anatomical position.
Yeah, anatomical positions, and it's like 30 cards, and there's like 70 different things on each card.
Really?
I'm in law school, and I just switched from nursing school. So I told him if he learned all the anatomical positions that I had to learn, then he could get a PS5. So
wow.
yes,
you're being Amber, you're being easy on him. That's easy. He could do that. That's nothing.
That's what I
you better
said.
do that, man.
Yeah. Okay.
You got that.
That's
No problem.
That's what's up. I mean, do you have any questions for me?
My first question is, what position did you play?
So I played linebacker. So I was all Big Ten linebacker, and I was drafted in the 5th round by the Tennessee Titans.
Is there any questions you want to ask him that you have trouble with on the field or anything like that?
I don't think because I played defensive end and he plays linebacker.
He played that.
But
ask him.
Really? He played defensive end?
Ask
okay.
Beast in high school, man.
Okay.
Ask him.
My coach, he is like super big about me. So when I get around and I decide to cut either left or right, depending on which side I'm playing on, he wants me to like bend down and like grab the grass and then launch myself forward. Is that actually needed?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, if your coach is telling you that, he's not going to tell you wrong. It's always good to be able to bend like that. You know what I'm saying? But the most important piece in being a defensive end outside linebacker is always keeping your outside arm free. You know what I'm saying? He tell you that, don't he?
Yeah.
Always keep the outside arm free.
Any techniques that you learned about keeping that arm free that could help him that other shorties wouldn't know?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is making sure you shoot your hands, and I can show you that, but you got to shoot your hands, man. And what that does is help keep linemen off of you. You know what I'm saying? So what you need to do is you need to aim for the outside shoulder.
Which is here, and then you rip up on the arm block.
Exactly. But always aim for that outside shoulder because they can't attach that hand on you.
Any workout that you used to do, Noop, to help? Any workout can he do to make him faster or adept? Should he take karate or pledge Kappa? Anything he should do to help make his hands better?
First and foremost, I would say the first thing is, what I'm saying, you need to pledge Kappa. You just got saying? But no, one of the things
That's they're actually one of Nick's biggest supporters here in Denver. They come out to a lot of his rallies, so it's already ordained.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Kappa League. That's why he's got to go to University of Illinois. That's the beta chapter. Got its name at. You know, go ahead, bro. But my bad. Yeah, anything that you can help him with.
I would say from a speed perspective, if you got a sand pit, try to run in the sand pit. You know,
we got him a parachute for Christmas. That's it. That was on his #1 list.
Sand pit.
But that's what's up.
You know, you find a playground.
Memory foam. It's like running with memory
Find a
foam.
beach, a playground where the sand is, and make it happen. Sand pit. It is.
There's one at my school.
Put the parachute
And it's hard to run in.
Put the parachute on and run in the sand pit. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. That's what my youngest one is. He's 11, and that's what he. Yeah. So
Nick's 11. Nick's 11, bro. They're both 11.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people keep saying he's 12, but he's not 12 yet. He's just there. I guess he's
pushing
just
12. He's pushing 12.
You want to say one of your bars for him right quick before he goes? The hands up, don't shoot. You know it by heart. The man was crying.
Oh, so the man was crying for his mama saying, "I can't breathe. You ever heard of hands up, don't shoot?" Well, that's just, it's a deal, sad, true. We're treated like we're not people and not equal. We can't first. These white folks are just as equals.
Oh. Now, hey.
Yeah, but I don't think he wrote that one. He writes all his other material.
Really? Hey.
Either that or he's expanding and he's having more growth and development.
Hey, Tori, you hear that?
Sir. Yeah.
You know, Tori is a producer. He produced music.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
DNA
all day.
Yeah.
You never know who you're gonna be in a day.
You never know. You're amongst greatness. You know what I'm saying?
and we had a cat that sat here. He knows all the music moguls in New York. So, like they say, by 6 degrees of separation, you just never know. But what you got to do is stay humble, stay on your path, stay humble, stay on your path, stay humble. Listen to your parents, stay humble, stay on your path, stay humble, and get in that sand pit with the parachute.
And I also
have one more question for you.
Go ahead.
How effective was the push-pull move for you?
The what now?
A push-pull.
A push-pull. How effective? How effective was it?
Yeah, the push-pull.
Yeah.
How effective was your push-pull move? I don't even know what that is. See.
So it's where you grab the inside of an offensive lineman padding, you push back against him, and then you pull them to the side.
Absolutely, and I it just registered. Man, I think I did it pretty good, man. I did it. You know, I didn't come off the edge a lot. I came up in college, so but when I was on the outside, you know, I did that a lot. I mean, I led the state. I led the state of Illinois in sacks. So
I led my league last year in sacks.
All right.
And I also had the most amount of sacks in the game last year. I had 8 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, a touchdown, and
he got some swag. He got some swag. He got some swag, man. I be talking about his video game. He be like, tell him to play me. You know what I mean? He's like a little Dennis.
Hey, yeah. Hey, he don't want to get on these sticks though. You know.
We can play any game, and I haven't even played most games, and I'll still beat you.
Yeah, and it's a fine line, you know. You gotta be humble. Now. You gotta be, confident.
Hey,
you know?
Hey, you don't want none of PS4 Madden now,
bro.
Y'all gonna have to exchange the little tag names or whatever. Tag.
Mine is Good Pete 1.
Good P1.
GOODPEEP1.
Any capitals?
Nah.
All right. Any spaces?
He's got his
Nah.
pen and pad ready.
Any spaces?
Nope.
Hey,
You
and
know
Lil Nick, we're in the same fraternity, right? So when you beat we have a whole little thing on the side. We all talk, on Marco Polo app. And so when you beat his keister, I want to be able to stir the pot
Nah,
and tell the
it's not gonna
world.
happen. It's not gonna happen.
Wait, hold on. What team do you use?
I mean, you picked the team for me.
Oh, see,
Oh.
Wow.
that's
I
NFL
use
swag.
the Vikings and the Chiefs.
You got what?
I use the Titans or the Vikings or Chiefs.
Well, so my guy live right here. Who you like on the Titans?
On the Titans, I normally just either throw a ball up to Brown or I just hand the ball off to Derrick Henry.
How you gonna tell him your strategy?
Yeah.
See, listen to your mentor. Listen to your mentor, Lil Nick.
Yeah.
I can beat him while he double teams. I can beat him while he double teams AB, and he can triple team Derrick Henry.
I've never heard him. I've never heard him be so cocky before, y'all. Like, whoa.
That's good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, don't ever lose that. Don't ever lose that. But
Right.
A couple of those guys live in my neighborhood. Right around the lake.
Wow.
Brown
in his neighborhood.
Who?
Brown.
What?
Yes, that's what he's saying. Yes.
Yeah, and this guy, he was able to buy his mom a home, and that's what it's about, man. But he put
the outside linebacker, what's his name? Golly. He probably lived like probably about 10 houses.
What?
10 houses down.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, we're in Denver, so if you ever come here skiing, I know rich folks come up here all the time. Y'all can look us up,
I ain't rich. Hey, but they got a black ski thing down there.
Yeah, they actually just did it. Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
the studio that he goes to, the man that owns it is the one that hosted it this year. So they did.
That's awesome.
I tried to get Nick in there, but they were like, no, an 11-year-old cannot come. I'm like,
well, Dennis, Brother Newman and one of his guys, I think they started all of that. Remember, he was talking about that. They started that whole black community skiing up there. Yes.
That's crazy, man. I got
6 degrees of separation.
Yeah. Well, look, man. Like I say, if you want to holler at me, man, you can give me a shout anytime, bro. If you want to talk.
When are you gonna be on the game? Because right after this, I'm gonna send you a friend request. Wait, and do you have Madden 21?
Yeah.
Hey, Lil Nick, don't give your tag because you're a minor, right? But have your mom give it to me, and I'll let him know which one to look out for because we're on the internet. So after the show, your mom will send me your tag, and then I'll send it to my brother, and then he'll know when he gets your friend invite that it's you, because we don't want the trolls. Who's the troll?
Yes, thank you very much.
Anytime,
he thinks I'm crazy when I tell him not to have his location on stuff, but Mama's on it. I know what happens.
Yeah.
Trolls.
No.
Hey, Big Dan, you got something to say? But I love you for this, bro. You know that.
No doubt.
And me and wifey, we coming and we're gonna sleep on the we're gonna come sleep in the guest room, and we probably won't leave for some time. So.
It's all good.
Okay, one thing before you leave.
Yeah.
Just know that you made my day, and I never thought that I'll meet a former or playing NFL player. And next time, if it's daytime, can you go get Derrick Henry for me?
Hey, hold up. Why don't you give me a call? I think Friday. Give me a call Friday. I'll be around. Probably about 10 of them. Will be in Atlanta.
Whoa.
So just give me a call about Friday, probably about 6. Well, probably about 7 or something.
Well, what time zone? What time zone? Because he's in Mountain Zone. So what time zone are you talking about?
He's in Central if he's in Atlanta.
Well, no, that's Atlanta. Is it? No,
Atlanta's Eastern, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be on Eastern, but just give me a holler around that. To give my number, Mills. And,
All right.
And I'm
So
I'm gonna try to have a video on.
Thank you.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, yo, Mills.
Thank
Hey,
you.
yo, Nuke.
Have
Hey,
a blessed night.
Whoa. One last thing, Nuke. What college should he go to?
Quit playing, man. Come on now.
You got to tell him. Yeah, University of Illinois, Greater Beta chapter. So yeah. And when you call him on, and when you talk to him when he's in Atlanta, everybody else is going to say that too. Derrick Henry, everybody, they're going to say University of Illinois. And then ask him about me. Well, no, don't ask him about me. It's a kid show. It's a kid show.
Yeah. All right.
Hey,
Thank you so
Nuke.
much. You made my kids' day. Thank you.
Thank you,
Animal,
Nuke.
Yo.
Yes,
Animal.
Silverback.
Yes, sir.
Silverback. I want my silverback. I want all of it.
All right,
So yeah, I appreciate that.
no doubt.
So little man, you know, that